So Yoshiki Takei has beaten Higa via unanimous decision. Very strange scorecards. First of all, very strange. I thought Higa won the fight. I thought he nicked it. It was very close, though. It was very, very, very close. Takei ended very well in that last round. It looked like Higa was actually going, but he got dropped in the 11th. But I mean, arguably, should that have? Yeah, I don't know if it should have definitely been a knockdown though. I think he skimmed him, but it was mostly a balance issue from Takei. But no, I thought the knockdown won it for Higa though. I thought the scorecards were way too wide. 100%. It was such a close fight. But I thought Higa nicked it. I thought Higa nicked that fight. The power was clearly coming from Higa. The bigger shots was clearly coming from Higa. And it looked like to me, Takei doesn't punch as hard as what his record should suggests. 8 knockouts out of 10 wins. I don't think Takei has the power that I thought he did. He was very clearly the bigger puncher. He was backing Takei up, landing big shots to the body, landing big shots up top. Takei was able to counter Higa quite a lot when he was coming in, though. Takei did box quite well on the back foot. He was moving around well, using that footwork. And Takei did do very well in the fight. He was boxing well, but he was very clearly getting very hurt by big power shots by Higa throughout that fight, though. He was landing massive shots throughout and was putting some good combinations together. And Takei's chin was incredible to be able to bloody hold up, though. I mean, honestly, it shows his kickboxing. He's taken many massive kicks to the face as well, Takei. But I thought he lost that one. I thought Higa nicked it. I thought the better shots were definitely coming from Higa. The overall better technical boxer in the fight was definitely Takei, without a shadow of a doubt. Takei, was boxing well behind the jab. He was countering very well, setting up his shots well and was accurate. But Higa just came through at full force, landing massive shots out on Takei, backing him up against those ropes and getting him in good positions to land big shots. And a bit of the time, Takei didn't really have answers. Other times, Takei would come through with some good counters, move out the way, and then, start to box a bit. But I don't know. I think Higa was hard done by there. And the scorecards as well. There's be changed. I've got to make a video on 100%. I need to put out a video on how boxing can improve their judging 100%, because that was an absolute shambles in my opinion. Those scorecards. It was such a close fight. One of the closest fights of this year, in my opinion. It really was one of the closest fights of this year. But Higa nicked it, and I think most people agree with me that Higa nicked that fight, but the judges saw differently. And yes, Top Rank do, of course, want Higa to win that. Takei to win it. And, on Top Rank, we always do see such shambles of judging, to be fair. Like, we always do. But I think most people are probably going to forget about this fight, and they're mostly just going to be talking about the Inoue fight. Even though this fight was very clearly fight of the night by a country mile, though, without a shadow of a doubt, this one was clearly the best fight. But yeah, I've got the scorecards here. 115 to 112 is so wide. That's too wide, in my opinion. There wasn't that much in it. 114, 113 to Kai, fair enough, to be fair. But 115, 112 was pretty wide. It was a war, though. It was a war, but I think, the harder shots throughout came from Higa. But yes, in the last round, though, Takei was really lighting a fire and really really letting his hands go really well and really hurt Higa. Higa was all over the place, stumbling around in that last round. And you never know if there was an extra round, or Takei just, had a better 11th round and tried to get Takei going there, then that would have been a lot more ideal, because then he could have possibly got that stoppage in the 12th, sorry. But yeah, it was always going to be difficult, though. I mean, Higa's a real tough guy, of course, but I do think he nicked that one. I do. I think the better shots came from him throughout the 11 rounds there was, apart from in the 12th, of course, which was definitely clear to Takei. Takei started strong then. Higa came back into it mid-rounds and took more late rounds as well, in my opinion. But, look, this is how I scored it. So I thought Takei took the first round. Takei also took the second round. All rounds 10-9, by the way. Takei took the third. Round 4, I thought Higa took it. Round 5, Takei. Round 6, Higa. Round 7, Takei. Round 8, Higa. Round 9, Higa. Round 10, Higa. Round 11, Higa. 10-8. And then round 12, Takei. So, late on, Higa was definitely putting in those better shots, even though Takei did make some rounds close and was countering well and moving. But Higa was the one who was pushing that pace and landing the big, effective shots. And Higa was the main one throughout that fight who did more damage. And that's the big thing to take into account, and that is damage. You need to take damage mostly into account. And Higa was the one that did the most damage, apart from in that last round but at the end of the day, Takei was very accurate when he did throw and was good with his shots. And Takei was the more smart out of the two overall. 100%. Takei was the more smart out of the two, boxing wise, and was accurate. But Higa just landed those bigger, more effective shots, which, took things out of Takei and made him gas that little bit, in my opinion, until that last round where Takei knew he probably had to get that round. But no, I really do think Higa won. I mean, it was close, but Higa won the fight. Close, but Higa won. That's what I think. That's what I think. But the judges saw it differently. 115, 112 is too wide. 114, 113 is fair enough. But how's that not a split decision, though? How's it not at least a split decision? A unanimous decision, I don't understand that. I don't understand a unanimous decision there. It should be a split decision at least. Not even a majority decision, that was. It was such a close fight. Such a close fight. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, King. I'll speak to you on the next one.